Hey Lakers fans, today we need to talk about something that's been creating a lot of buzz lately. And it all revolves around Austin Reeves and the Lakers' potential plans for him. This situation is genuinely intriguing, and honestly, it has been a roller coaster for anyone keeping up. Reeves was expected to return without any question. Yet the way things have unfolded has raised eyebrows everywhere. One moment, he's confirmed as back on the roster. The next moment, things start shifting in a way that makes you wonder what's really going on behind the scenes. It's one of those situations where speculation runs wild because every signal seems a little too contradictory. The key question that seems to be emerging is how the Lakers are managing their roster priorities, especially when it comes to LeBron James versus Austin Reeves. This offseason has carried the persistent rumor that LeBron might be considering stepping away from Los Angeles soon, whether to retire or to stage a farewell tour elsewhere. But what if that's not actually happening? What if LeBron truly wants to stay? His family is settled here, his kids are in school, and throughout his career, he has had multiple chances to leave Los Angeles, but has consistently chosen not to. Reports indicate that even when asked about a potential trade to another team, he declined. This suggests a deep-rooted willingness to remain with the Lakers, which in turn raises interesting questions about the team's strategy. If we assume that LeBron wants to continue, even at 42 years old, he remains a top-tier talent every year. Critics suggest he's past his prime, yet every year he proves otherwise. That alone forces the Lakers to consider how to construct their roster around him. If the choice becomes a matter of keeping LeBron or prioritizing Austin Reeves, the decision is not just about individual talent, it's about timing, cap space, and the broader strategy for championship contention. Reeves is a promising player, no doubt. But when you compare his potential impact to that of LeBron, the choice becomes clearer. LeBron's presence opens doors in ways that simply cannot be matched by any other single player. At this moment, from a financial perspective, there's a lot at stake as well. Austin Reeves' contract is affordable, but that also limits the immediate return the Lakers can get from trading him. Maximizing his value is challenging because any team looking to acquire him would likely demand significant assets in return, especially if they are counting on him to re-sign. Yet, if the Lakers could convert him into a combination of players and high-value draft picks, the possibilities suddenly expand dramatically. It's the kind of maneuver that could reshape the roster for years to come. Imagine turning Reeves into a trade that brings in a rising star and a few first-round picks. This is the type of strategic thinking that could allow Los Angeles to maintain flexibility while still competing at the highest level, considering roster construction. This approach makes a lot of sense, keeping LeBron and combining him with someone like Luka Doncic, who is also a phenomenal talent, creates a foundation for a true championship contender. With those two leading the charge, the Lakers could use the additional assets from a potential Austin Reeves trade to bring in complementary players, athletic defenders, versatile wings, or secondary playmakers without overloading their salary cap. This kind of planning isn't just theoretical, it's a methodical way to balance star power, financial constraints, and long-term competitiveness. Every move would be about constructing a team that can succeed immediately while leaving room for growth in the future. Of course, the tricky part is timing. Trading Austin Reeves too early or without the right return could backfire, especially if the incoming assets don't fit the team's vision, or if he doesn't re-sign with the acquiring team. The ideal scenario is one where the Lakers receive a combination of talent and draft capital that allows them to strengthen around LeBron and Luka, both in the present and over the next few seasons. This isn't just about making one blockbuster trade. It's about creating a cascade of opportunities that enhance the team's competitiveness, while also setting up the next generation. Think of it as constructing a ladder where each rung, LeBron, Luka, the acquired players, the draft picks, interconnects to build a solid structure. Beyond just the players themselves, there's also the question of how LeBron's presence affects the overall strategy. If he stays, the Lakers don't just retain elite skill, they retain leadership, experience, and a player capable of impacting every part of the game, from scoring to facilitating to defense. Building around him requires careful selection of complementary pieces. Wings who can stretch the floor, guards who can pressure opponents on both ends, and forwards who can defend multiple positions. This approach emphasizes balance, not just star power, which is critical in the modern NBA where athleticism, versatility, and adaptability often define championship teams. At the same time, This strategy acknowledges the reality that Austin Reeves, while talented, cannot single-handedly replace the multifaceted impact LeBron James provides. Reeves' development is crucial, but his value in a trade scenario could unlock transformative possibilities by converting his presence on the roster into a package of assets. The Lakers could acquire multiple players who fill specific needs or high-value draft picks that allow the team to continue building well into the future. The idea is to leverage every asset wisely, ensuring that the team remains competitive now while positioning itself for sustainable success. Looking at the bigger picture, the Lakers' decisions this offseason or even mid-season will revolve around a combination of talent management, financial strategy, and timing. LeBron's willingness to stay fundamentally changes the equation, forcing the team to consider how best to balance veteran presence with emerging talent. It's about choosing the path that maximizes both immediate competitiveness and long-term flexibility. Whether it's trading Austin Reeves for multiple assets or strategically structuring contracts and acquisitions around the existing stars, the Lakers have an opportunity to craft a roster that could dominate the league while keeping options open for future moves. And of course, we cannot overlook the dynamics of synergy and chemistry. LeBron and Luka together provide a backbone for the team, but the rest of the roster must complement their strengths while covering potential weaknesses. Acquiring athletic, defensively capable wings or versatile guards through strategic trades or signings could drastically enhance this core, creating a team that is not only talented on paper but also cohesive in execution. Every move becomes a piece of a larger puzzle where timing, fit, and adaptability all intersect to shape the Lakers' championship potential. Now, looking deeper into the strategy, the real question is how the Lakers can maximize both LeBron and Luka while still managing the rest of the roster. Imagine if they could maintain LeBron at a reasonable cap hit, let's say around $20 to $25 million, which is significantly lower than what Austin Reeves' projected value might suggest in today's market. This would free up enormous flexibility to acquire supporting pieces who are not just talented, but perfectly suited to complement a superstar duo. You're no longer just building around talent in isolation, you're building around chemistry, defense, and spacing. Each acquisition becomes a tactical decision that can pay dividends both this season and in the next several years. Think about it this way: if the Lakers can move Austin Reeves now and get multiple first-round picks along with a player or two, suddenly they're in a position to craft a roster that can compete immediately without sacrificing the long-term vision. It's about creating layers of opportunity. One trade unlocks another. One pick can be flipped for another piece. It's like a domino effect, where the initial move of turning Reeves into assets can cascade into building a championship-level squad around LeBron and Luka. The possibilities are vast because they have the cornerstones already in place. It's not hypothetical. It's a methodical approach to roster construction that leverages timing, talent, and financial strategy all at once. Another element that makes this scenario fascinating is how it allows for strategic positioning in free agency and trades. With LeBron's presence guaranteed, other players might be more inclined to join a roster where championship potential is tangible. Veterans looking for a title run see the allure of playing alongside one of the greatest players ever, and a rising MVP candidate in Luka. That alone elevates the Lakers' attractiveness compared to other teams competing for the same talent. Suddenly, free agents are not just evaluating salary, they're evaluating opportunity, team structure, and the chance to compete at the highest level immediately. This is leverage the Lakers wouldn't have without retaining LeBron and carefully planning the roster around him. The beauty of this approach is also in the versatility it provides. Let's say the Lakers bring in a wing like Trey Murphy or Herb Jones, both athletic, defensively capable, and able to stretch the floor. Add them to a core with LeBron and Luka, and you now have a team that can switch across positions, defend multiple assignments, and execute complex offensive schemes without being predictable. The spacing opens up for mid-range opportunities, pick-and-roll actions, and high-efficiency three-point looks. Every player contributes to a larger ecosystem, and every move is about balance. It's not just about individual stars. It's about constructing a roster that is cohesive, adaptable, and capable of sustaining elite-level performance. Of course, there's also the matter of timing for these moves. Trading Austin Reeves at the right moment ensures that the Lakers extract maximum value. You want to make sure the receiving team sees enough upside to invest significant assets while also ensuring Reeves is willing to commit long-term if necessary. This is delicate because if Reeves walks away in free agency, any trade returns could be diminished, but if managed properly, this move could provide the Lakers with multiple first-round picks, emerging talent, and even players who can immediately contribute, creating a platform for both short-term contention and long-term success. The intricacies of timing, fit, and negotiation become just as important as raw talent in this scenario. Furthermore, by positioning LeBron and Luka as the central duo, the Lakers also get to shape their cap space more intelligently. Instead of overloading on players with overlapping skill sets or inflated salaries, they can target complementary talent that fills specific gaps. You want a versatile defender here, a sharp shooter there, perhaps a secondary playmaker to relieve pressure on the main stars. This is about intelligent construction, not just throwing together the highest paid players. It's strategic planning at a level that considers both immediate performance and the ability to pivot in future seasons. The Lakers could essentially control the narrative of their roster for the next several years by making deliberate, calculated moves now. There's also a psychological element to consider. LeBron remaining committed to the team sends a strong signal to the locker room and to the league at large. It's about stability and leadership, both on and off the court. Players recognize that they are joining a team with a clear vision, anchored by a superstar willing to invest in the project. That kind of leadership permeates every practice, every game, and every decision, creating a culture where players understand their roles and the overall objective. Meanwhile, Luka's emergence as a leading star ensures that the Lakers are not just a one-dimensional team. They have a dynamic duo that can dictate tempo, create mismatches, and generate excitement for fans and players alike. Strategically, this approach also allows the Lakers to think several moves ahead. If Austin Reeves is turned into assets now, those pieces can be used to acquire additional talent like Andrew Wiggins or another high-caliber wing. Depending on fit and availability, each move is a calculated step in a broader blueprint, ensuring that the team remains competitive while leaving flexibility for adjustments. As the season progresses, it's a forward-thinking philosophy that balances risk and reward, leveraging current assets to generate both immediate impact and sustainable growth. Finally, the combination of LeBron's leadership, Luka's elite skills, and a strategically constructed supporting cast could position the Lakers as the most versatile and formidable team in the league. With size, length, defensive prowess, and offensive creativity, they would have the ability to adapt to virtually any opponent. Every acquisition, every trade, every draft pick becomes a tool to fine-tune this machine, ensuring that the Lakers are not only competitive today, but also poised to remain elite for years to come. The foundation is already in place. It's about executing with precision and vision. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on. Whispers around the league grew louder after reports began circulating that Kevin Durant has given a quiet but meaningful yes to the idea of joining the Los Angeles Lakers. While nothing has been signed and no official move has been announced, the mere suggestion of Durant opening the door to purple and gold has been enough to send executives, fans, and rival players into speculation mode in NBA circles. Even a nod of interest from a superstar of Durant's stature can shift the balance of conversations across the league. Sources close to the situation suggest that the appeal is not just about market size or legacy, but about timing and direction. The Lakers, long defined by their pursuit of generational talent, are once again positioning themselves as a destination for stars who want both relevance and narrative. Durant, already a two-time champion and one of the most prolific scorers the game has seen, may be weighing what the next chapter of his career should represent. Los Angeles offers the possibility of control over that story, with the spotlight that comes with it. From a basketball perspective, the fit fuels endless debate. Analysts imagine a roster built around elite scoring, experience, and playoff-tested composure. Critics wonder about durability, depth, and the cost of assembling such a pairing. Yet rumors persist that internal conversations have progressed beyond casual interest, hinting at a mutual understanding that, under the right conditions, a deal could be explored. Around the league, rival front offices are paying close attention. Even the suggestion that Durant is receptive to the Lakers forces teams to reassess timelines and strategies. For now, it remains speculation, the kind that thrives in the space between silence and confirmation. But in the NBA, Rumors often precede reality, and Durant's reported openness to Los Angeles may be the first chapter of a much larger story, still waiting to unfold. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments. As your contribution is crucial for the Lakers, stay tuned for the next video.